Okay, good evening, Council. Welcome to our 2022 organizational meeting. I'll call the meeting to order. We have an approval of the agenda. We have one suggested addition for in camera, a second personnel item, and item 5 for the library board is being removed from the agenda. So with those two additions, can I get a motion from Council? Councillor Henniger makes a motion to approve with the two edits. Call the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. All right, we will start then with an in-camera session. So I'll ask a motion from council to go in camera. We are discussing some of the appointments in which we will discuss in camera, and we'll be back here as soon as we're done. So it shouldn't take more than, what do we say, 10 minutes? Okay. Councillor Wilson makes the motion. All in favor? Motion carried. Thanks. We will re-adjourn in a few minutes. Reconvene our organizational meeting after in camera. We are now looking at our item D, 2022-2023 meeting dates. Any question on any of the meeting dates? Motion to approve the meeting dates as presented. And if there's any edits throughout the year, obviously we can address them at that time, but this is essentially something we need to do to get things rolling. Anyone prepared to make the motion on our 2022-2023 council meeting dates? Seeing not, then we will not have any meetings. Who's making the motion? Councillor Monteith makes the motion. If any discussion? If not, we'll call it the question. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. On to item E, which is members at large appointments to boards, commissions, and committees. We do this every year. We advertise and encourage people to join boards, commissions, and committees of the town of Fort Macleod. We get these applicants, we discuss these applicants, and then we'll go through one by one and accept these applicants to the boards. And so we'll do it times, I think in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, because the two have no appointments. So starting with the Built Heritage Advisory Board, we have 3 vacancies for 2-year terms. We've had 1 applicant. The applicant, Jason Saylor, would like to sit on this board. Is anyone prepared to make a motion on the Built Heritage Advisory Board's 1 applicant? Councillor Van Hagenbos. Move to accept Jason Saylor's. Yeah. All right. Any further discussion or questions? Seeing none, we'll call the question. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. For the Environment Committee, we have unlimited vacancies, of which we received 2 applicants, Jerry Joe Atwood and Linda Ganet. Anyone prepared to make a motion regarding the Environment Committee's 2 appointments? Councillor Monteith, to accept. All right, to accept the 2 committee appointments. Any further discussion? Questions? Seeing none, we'll call it the question. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Motion carried. Carrying on to the 3rd service, Family and Community Support Services, otherwise known as FCSS. We have 1 vacancy with 2-year terms and 1 youth vacancy. So I believe we have 2 applicants for 1 position, but our understanding is that FCSS is considering going to 2 committee at large vacancies. So at this time, I believe council can appoint two, approve two, or do you want to go one with, okay. So anyone prepared to make a motion, and perhaps in which order that we would like to have these in? Which one would be an alternate? Yep, that's fine. Councillor Henniger? Okay. I believe Barron's incumbent and Lisa Perry is a new applicant, so if council is so in favor, we'll proceed with approving Barrett as the appointment with Lisa Perry as the alternate. In the event that there is two vacancies, then Lisa would become a full-time position on that board as well. So the motion's on the floor. Everyone clear on the motion? If so, we'll call to question. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Moving on to item 4, Fort Macleod Housing Committee. We have two vacancies for 2-year terms. We have an applicant, Rachel Dalgetty. Anyone prepared to make a motion on this applicant? Councillor Wilson, no? Very well. No further discussion. Then we will call to question. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you very much. And moving on to MPC, we have 3 vacancies and 1 alternate from members at large for this committee. They're 1-year terms. So every year the applicants are asked and encouraged to reapply. We have 3 applicants, David Arnold-Dusin, Joe Rigaud, and Donna Bird. Anyone prepared to make a motion on the MPC appointments? Councillor Van Hagerbos.
Motion to approve David Arnoldson and Joe Rigaud as members at large.
Great. Okay, very well. Any other comments or questions? That does leave one of the applicants not being included in the motion. Council is clear on that. Any other comments or questions? If there is no other questions or comments, I will call it the question. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. And if there's any questions on the applicant that was not successful, how do we address that together? Yeah.
They can first reach out to the town. Yeah, any applicant who has questions can follow up with the town, and then we'll further discuss those.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, so that is the appointments to boards, commissions, and committees for the year. Council will have more discussion on their own appointments to boards and committees once the by-election is complete in the next month. So to that end, we will adjourn our organizational meeting for 2022. Thank you very much. We'll reconvene at approximately 7 o'clock for our regular council meeting.